Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming my talk today. Uh, I'm, uh, I'm, my name is Quach and Binh. We can make Nguyễn Nghĩa will present today. Um, Before I present my subject, I want to give some information. Uh, Đồng Nai Technology University. Uh, Đồng Nai Technology University were established in 2005 and upgrade to the Đồng Nai Technology University 2011. Yeah, we have the 20 year. It very young university. Yeah. A faculty of our university have the 7 faculty. Faculty Communication and Design, Faculty of Information Technology, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Technology, Faculty Economic Management, Faculty Accounting Finance, and Faculty Foreign Language. We have the 25 program in bachelor and master program 6 and doctor program 1. Yeah. Đồng Nai Technology University were at south of Vietnam. We have more than 30 industry zone. For example, Amata industry, yeah, a lot industry, yeah. My subject in apply major environmental engineering technology. This subject just a plan, just design for this semester we will do. But my outline. The first, I want to introduce some about the environmental engineering of my major, and the second, to check the need for employer in industry. The third, analyze and reject selection, and to check content perform and linking the module of reject. And have the teaching learning activity and subject assessment. Yeah, this is outline. For the major of environmental engineering, we define the S term. We can see the term one, and term two, term three, and term four. Term 5, term 6, and term 7. Totally 155, 52 credits. Yeah. How to build the for the this major. I and Mr. Nghĩa just design this plan, and we will do the 1st of September this year. The first, we will analyze the output requirement after a student finish. They can do something in the practical work. And second, the content of implementation. The start required by the project. It means the like the position job position after student finish, and during this study they go to the company to do the work. And the third one is I want to talk about the cost. The cost in the subject contribute for the project. Yeah. And the final in the project project, for example, the report of student, and the table with the data of student when they do the project. This slide show some of the view size view project based of two university. The introduction need, the content changing program. For example, we decide project 1. Yeah. assess the current state, environmental quality, and propose solution to protect the environment in Dongai Ravine, in our ravine. The output, the output student require can do something when they do the check, and the content, the implementation. For example, they collect and synthesis data, and they analyze sample in the laboratory, and they develop environmental quality map predicting environmental pollution level. Yeah. We have the cost name here. The code name is the code contribute to the project. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's code for the project. When they do the project one, they need to learn the S course. Did information the project after they do is they have the project for example summary reports that on environmental quality monitoring result, map set of sampling location. Yeah. For example, this just the content of elementation. We talk about we have a lot of faculty, yeah, in church in church industry around our city. So we have a lot of laboratory. We can give the student come there for study and do the research with them also. Uh, uh, for us, if we don't have the project, real project, we decipher the project. Um, the project, real project, um, we can find. But if don't have, we decide the project, the similar, the real project. For example, I saw the one lab in one laboratory, Viet, Đồng Nai. Yeah, they do a lot of things. For example, they take the sample in cold around Đồng Nai ravine, and they analyze, yeah, the sample, water sample, air sample, and soil sample. Yeah. Uh, for us, we decide five five project. Mm, that subject very important for us, for students when they finish study. Similar the supposition after they graduate. So when they graduate, they can do uh, 1 in 5 project. Yeah. I will show you after the line. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. You agree? Yeah. I thought I just said linking the model of the check. We have the com here, and we have the 36 com, and we have the check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the name here, the check here. We can see, I think here, it will the subject, the similar, the same, the logic 1 and logic 2. When they study logic 1, then they continue and do the logic 2. They don't need to learn 3 logic here. Yeah. Don't need to do. Yeah. So we have the two subject, two code. We as more how we analyze the check the two we don't have, we see the subject very important, we add more the subject here, the subject not in the curriculum, yeah, but we add more because we know the skill very important for student. The line just show the similar between the project one and the project two. Yeah. These are the name of the project. Yeah. Yeah. The project. Yeah. This line show the environment of the project in the term and academic year. We have 152 credit, and we design the five project it around the 40 45%. Yeah, the subject 45% in the curriculum. Uh, we run the term one, term one, term one academic year 2025, term two, term three, and the next year term one, term two. Yeah, we design like that. Some project similar. Sorry, some course similar. We not here. Yeah, not here. And you can see the project five. Uh, when they study project one, two, three, four, no need to do project five. They can do like they can do that project. No need to learn the subject, the course. Yeah, because they learn before. Yeah. For the teaching and learning activity, very flexible. For this subject, we apply for the class only 2 or 5 students. Without the major a little bit student study. So we apply this project for the class only 2 or 5 students. Yeah. They learn like that. Yeah. And for the assessment, we have a regular assessment, midterm test and the final test. Yeah. For test, writing exam, multiple choice question. Yeah. And for the final test, we do like that. We the student need to do the report. We will check, and we will invite the employer in the industry come to evaluate student our student. Yeah. And evaluation to break. This slide will be the end of my talk. Thank you. Any question? Okay.
A slide. So all the courses you pull together and not separate into semesters. And you categorize it based on project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
What lecture?
We need to.
Is a flexible time for lecture, right?
Yeah. Yes. You want to add this slide, right? Yeah. Thank you for your question. For us, only 2 or 5 students, a little bit, a few students. Yeah. Yeah. So for us, have the let us say lecturer. Yeah. When they decide one project, and the student have to learning another course, not course here. Yeah, another course, for example, chemical subject. Yeah, chemical subject and don't show in here, but they learn another course. Yeah, and for this course, the lecturer from the, for example, Mr. Nguyen here, they can take the student and pick the time and when you see me and to learn. Yeah, no need to pick the time. Yeah, before for the student. Yeah, who just say and come. Yeah, and finish project. It okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Please. Okay. Please. Yeah.
Yeah, to confirm some points. Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Um, s- the first thing is who provide the projects. Yeah. This is from the lecturer that provide the project, or and the second is who will guarantee the same question from for you. Who will guarantee that the project will long last exist? I mean, who will make sure that the project will exist?
Monitor, right?
Yes.
Yes, monitor. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for your question. I want to answer that. We are lucky. We are lucky because we have the lecturer from the industry. For example, Mr. Nguyen they do the two job. He do the company, and he are lecturer in our city. So he know, and they know a lot about the job position after student finish. So he quickly decide project need to do something after student finish. They can do real work. Yeah. And the second question from you, we have the we we have the one person monitor during the check, and 3 months or 6 months we need to report to president or director of our city. We need to report to them. Yeah. If they don't report, they can be bullied by us. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's an interview, no? It's the question. Uh, uh, in which semester the student will take this project? Is it from the first semester, second semester, or last semester student to take this project?
Yeah.
And the second is the next is who will give a funding for this project?
Thank you so much, your question. Two questions. The first thing, we arrange the term, right? For digital check project here, the student will be pass the first year. It means they second year they can learn it because the first year they need to learn a basic project, basic course, basic subject before become a second year student. And when they near finish the first year, we will contact them and tell them about the study in the future. We do like that. Yeah. And funding, yeah, funding. Actually, we did the funding, but we just do it. During the time, we find the funding for the subject of government. Yeah, government. We find it, and if we find it, it is better for student. Yeah, but we have the problem. When they follow them, maybe the time will be long. Be long, maybe 3 years or 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Lucky only 1 year. Thank you so much. Any question?
Any other question for Dr. Binh about the implementation project? Yeah.
Actually, we have some lecturer. Yeah, I do the academic affairs, so I contact him. Go with me and do with me. uh, yeah, yeah. But actually, we decide during they do the check, they can come to company. Yeah, go to his company also. Yeah. second year and until final year or 4 year. Yes. Thank you so much. I need to check a plan. Yeah, we will do September this year. The first of September this year. We will do it. Yeah, the check plan.
So this is a plan for next semester implementation.
Yeah.
Project. Okay. Yeah, still there. It's okay, it's okay. We still have
time.
we still have plenty of time. Yeah.
Did it? Online, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You can take it. Actually, we have another course. But no problem. We can arrange schedule. This one course the subject. Yeah, name of subject. Yeah, this one the subject. Check the name of the subject. Coming.
This is Yusuf. Any more questions? It's okay. You don't need to use the microphone. Okay.
Okay. So you said before that in the first year, the student get like conventional learning. There is no project for the first year, right?
Yes, right.
So they can learn basic subject or and then in the second years they turn into the project 1, 2, and the second year 3 and 4, and the last is project 5. Right?
Fine.
So there is so what is the output of this project? It's only like a report, or you can send it to the publication article or something like that, or conference like that, or what?
We do some publication for government also.
So in one class you divide into how many group for the student?
Actually, the section we design only 2 until 5 students. Yeah. Up to
So
student.
one project, 2 to 5 students.
Yeah.
How about the another student?
For this plan, we just design for the class a few students. For example, each amateur and environmental engineering, just a few students. One class only 5 students.
Okay, so another student will learn like conventional learning.
No. Just sorry, we only 5 students. One class.
Oh yeah. So all of the students will do like project 1 to 5. Okay.
This year we employ only 2 students. Maybe the next year we employ maybe more. By
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Bu Vianti. Any other question or discussion? We still have 15 minutes before we going to break. Sorry, break. We also have mineral water and candies, just in case you need something to open the eyes, because this hour is quite sleepy. Please. Oh, mana lagi? Please, Pak.
Just for general view for us that uh, how many students for the intake per year in your universities, and then uh, are all students is it mandatory for them to join the project? Is there any chances that they okay I will join the project or no, or is there another option that I will choose the project or I will choose another method like conventional method? Just that's two questions.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Actually, your question. For my this major and environmental engineering, we have only this year only two students. Yeah. So they will learn totally the five subject. Yeah. For other major, for example, electricity have a lot of students. Now we design one project consist 5 or 6 course, yeah. And the student can choose, yeah, maybe 100 or 200 students, and uh, they are high in the 100. They to choose that course, and we will take them do the project, yeah. And another student learn mono normal course, yeah. So I don't. How many students? Around five students. Yes. Yeah. One project, one five students. Yeah. Uh, per year. Yeah. Uh, Now we just started. Maybe yeah, this year only 5 or 7 students can choose it. For yeah, yeah. For the electricity major, not that major we decide already. Yeah. Two students learn totally final check the second year until the final year. Yeah. And for the student new coming in university, it around more than 1,000. Every each year, new coming, yeah, new student. And totally, we have only more than 6,000 students. Yeah, very more country, more university. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 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 5 or 7, I think 5 or 7. Yeah. Then a lot. Then with some student just look, some student do. We have more than 200, totally 200. Yeah. I think 2 or 3 lecturer can do it. Yeah. Environmental engineering. Yeah. This plan for environmental engineering. This September. Just start. A little bit.
Sorry, I want to ask, what percentage of your project grades are included in the courses? What percentage of your project grades are included in the courses? Is it 40% project grades and then 60% in the courses? Are differences? Are there any difference in each course to the project?
Yeah, it's score, right? Score rest in the project, right?
Yes, the project it's have assessment in the last semester, right?
Yeah.
How many percentage of the scores that included in it? How many percentage project included in the courses of the
Yeah.
semester?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. For us, we will decide we when we accept the student a final check. We invite the employer from industry come to apply to accept them with lecturer. Um, for example, here they need to do the check product here. They can do like that. Yeah. For example, summary reports, data environmental quality monitor research, map set of sampling, location current environmental quality map, and lead environmental protect measure to be implemented. Uh, we have the project product here and map to cost the cost and subject. Yeah. Uh, for example, for the environmental analysis, we will see the report about the the water, the soil, and the air in the reports. And we will ask the student to answer why like that, and we will assess them and about how the core. And for example, this subject again apply in the environmental environment. We will tell them show the map set of sampling location, current environmental quality map. Yeah. So one subject here have the product.
But how many percentage of the grades to be input in the courses grades?
Great.
I mean, maybe in the project based learning, he got 80 or A, but in the courses he only get B, and then it's going to be mixed together to become A plus or something. Just project is project course only, or it's included in the courses of the semester in that year, or
Yeah.
different grades.
We have uh, we have the cost, and the direct same in the cost, and the rest we have the table with the same chain. We chain the same. For example, they have the S.5, the similar A core. Yeah, we have like that. Yeah.
Okay, do you have an example maybe? Or is it a secret recipe maybe? An example maybe?
Uh,
How to include the project to the courses maybe?
the concept.
The grades or the rubric.
Rubric. We have the rubric, but in the Vietnamese.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But we will show later. Yeah.
For each course, how many assessment do you have? How many assessment for each course?
For each course, depend on the scores. Because the scores, for example, did they plastic environmental analyze, practically environmental analyze maybe only one. When they go to the laboratory in the factory, the the staff or the leader of lab will accept them, but maybe only one. Yeah. Depend.
Only one assessment.
Yeah.
The assessment is project.
Yeah.
The percentage is 100.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
The instrument is rubric.
Yes. Rubric. Yeah.
So altogether, each individual assessment. It's a project.
Yeah, but we some of them the check already combine to the two course maybe to add like
But the
two
marking is separate.
marking
How you mark, how you give marks, separate based on each subject.
the big one I will do later, but I not yet to do is yeah, but we will decide yeah, we need it clear. In here maybe one subject can have the one product and one right side maybe two or three subject also we have it yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we have reached the end of the first session. Thank you very much for Dr. Ben for presenting. Give the round of applause for the presentation. I hope that you plan to implement this project-based learning design in environmental engineering program in your university will be successful. We will be hearing the evaluation and how the students like it and what is the evaluation for the student. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much everyone yeah.
Okay, like I said before, we will have like 5 minute break if anyone wants to go to toilet or want to switch room. We will have 5 minute break and also for Professor Hiromasa to prepare his slide to the computer. We will start at 2:30 Western Indonesia time. Thank you very much. Professor Hiromasa Ohnishi from National Institute of Technology, KOSEN, Tsuruoka College, Japan, that will be talk about one attempt at transformative facilitation, rethinking the teacher role through dialogue. For Professor Hiromasa, stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm Hiromasa Ohnishi from National Institute of Technology, Tsuruoka College. Today I'd like to talking about our experience on the faculty development activity. Well, basically the improvement of the facilitation skills through the dialogue. And today's content, some part of today's content is contents has been published in this proceedings, so that if you have an interest, please check it. And at first, I'd like to talking about NYT system in Japan. Maybe some of you don't know about KOSEN, and KOSEN is a very unique educational system in Japan, and after the graduation of the junior high school at the age of 15, the student can enter the KOSEN. And the KOSEN is consists of the five years curriculum and associated with the 2 years curriculum for the bachelor degrees. So that KOSEN is a hybrid system of the high school and colleges. So that we have a wide range of students. So that here is high school level students and college level students. So and the characteristics of the course education is introduce enrich experiments and practical training to acquire the practical skill. Yes. Yes. Then in our college, we have a PBL type classes for the first grade students to postgrad students. And this class is able to just acquire the knowledge of the specialization expertise area. Students acquire the generic skills like communication skills, teamwork, and also the creativity about for the problem solving technical such things. And we have this kind of classes and for first grade to fourth grade, and we have several contents about it. And so that it's a little bit have a nice. We have this kind of program now, but however, that we had a very big program that was class evaluation. We have a class evaluation by students. However, that score is very low until 2019. And so from the 2020, I need to join this program, and so that we need some kind of improvement for this class. And when we think that what is the problem is that maybe that the teacher did not understand the importance of facilitation at that time. Especially that each teacher is a researcher, basically the researcher with their own specialization, so they did not possess the pedagogical know-how for implementing the PBL style classes. So that we need some kind of, we need a change for the teaching method, and this is the most big motivation for the and on the other hand, I have a different motivation for the introduction of the facilitation skill. And then I'm a physicist. Yeah. There is other physicists. You are a physicist. Yeah. Okay. So, do you like physics? Maybe you don't know. I'm studying physics in the Department of Physics. So that I'm a purely physicist. So that when I start to teach in college, I thought that physics is an important basic to engineering. So that the engineering students are good at physics. But it is not true. Yeah. Yeah, but so I cannot understand the situations, what is happening in the engineering courses.
So that actually they use a knowledge of the physics, but they don't like physics itself. Yeah. Then what is makes physics so difficult for the student in the engineering course, and what is the problem? And I at that time I feel that I need to change my teaching method, but at that time I don't know how to do that. Then then I start to study the physics education research, and I read a very famous uh, textbook written by Lenish. This is a very famous textbook about the physics education suits, and this kind of things is written about physicists. And yeah, the physicists as a group are highly unusual. Unusual, yeah, yeah. More directly, we can say that strange. Yeah, I think something that physicists, it's kind of a crazy people. Yeah, so that driven by the extreme pace of the distribution of curiosity, independence, and mathematical skill. Maybe that is good. And important point is here, highly self-sufficient learners. So that physicists don't, basically, almost of the physicists can study by yourself, only by yourself. So that, and however, these kind of things, learning on my own involves the ability to create an internalized other. So that it is almost a physicists study by independently. So like this. However, in the inside of the physicists, they have a, how to say, group working. Group working inside, only inside of brain, they have a group communication. Yeah. I'm completely agree with this point. I often speak about someone when I was alone. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, my wife often said, what you talking about? Yeah, this is really true. Yeah. So that, but this textbook also mentioned that for most of individual, learning is most effectively carried out via social interaction. So that group work is very effective for learning. Such kind of things written, but however, physicists don't have such characteristics in general. So this means that physicists' learning experience is not useful for students. So that I teach from my viewpoint, it's not good strategy for many of the students. So I need to change my lecture. Yes. But this kind of things are also true for the other subject, I think. Maybe you are the teacher of some expertise area because you are good at that subject. And so that, but most of the students is not good at expertise area, so that we need to change the mind. And so that we at that time, I feel that I need to introduce some active learning in my lecture, and I think that a very important point of the active learning is here. What the student does is actually more important in determining what is learned than what the teacher does. So that physicists and also me and the physicists need to understand what the students really does and feel in the lecture is very important. So that we feel that we need to get a good feedback from the students. That is the point. So that for this purpose, we need to we needed to facilitate improvement of the facilitation skills. How then when we think about this point, and we think that it need to change the role of teacher. Basically, the teacher is the role is the teaching in the conventional education method, and it's a very problem point is teacher is in many cases superior to the students. And especially in Japan, there is a strong hierarchical relationship among students, teachers, and so that the teacher basically can speak anything they want to speak. And also that the student just for the teacher's idea of the guidance, and so that result in the positive attitude in the class, and so that in this case, we can, inside student commission, and we cannot get good feedback from students. Well, what the student really think is the problem, but it cannot get a good feedback in this relationship. So in this sense, we need to change the role of teacher, and in these cases, for the active learning, teacher should have a role as a facilitator, advisor, or guidance provider, like this. Yeah. And then we need to change. We feel that strongly is improvement of our facilitation skill and the courage, and then we think how to do that, and we focus on the then we think about it, and we focus on this point. This is things mentioned in the theory U is invented by Otto Sharma. He's a professor of MIT, and when these things happen, there is a source who do this, and there is a process how to do that, and there is a result. What is that? Then nowadays we want to introduce active learning or something new things. We can easily get a hard. For example, you can Google searching in the web or what read a textbook. You can know how to easily. However, even if the same textbooks or same information is gotten, but the result is always different. But what is the reason of the difference is here. Who do this? Yeah. So that even if the new knowledge, new method is, if you get a new knowledge or new method, but if you change this point, who do this is, maybe result is no good. And so this theory you say that this source, who is a blind spot in change. Yeah. So that this who is a mindset problem of the teacher. So that I strongly feel that we need to change the mindset about the education at that time. And same kind of things is also mentioned by the Daniel Kim's core theory of success. And this theory mentioned that in the beginning there is a relationship among teacher and students. After that, we have thinking in the group. And after that, we take action, and there is a result. However, in the actual sense, in many cases, we have an expected result. And for that purpose, we take action. And then thinking and relationship is enforced in many cases. So that the natural way is here. But actually, many cases, circulation is inverse in many cases. And when we see here is who or be problem, and here how and do. So that we think that we need to make a change in the education. We need to focus on these points, who and be. And that is my insight on the our experience. And so that purpose, we introduced the full system approach in our college for the improvement of the facilitation skill. Full system approach is a generic term for variety of methods which commonly able to join all the stakeholders and equal relationship to the activity. And this method based on the independence of attendees and dialogue. So that in this method, dialogue is a very, very important core point. And so that the full system includes some variety of methods. So the open space technology, word cafe, which just receive. And this method has a cross connection with theory and learning organization. And so, yeah. And this full system approach is based on dialogue. And this method is a very powerful method, and it is a work for the following things. And why the full system approach is necessary. When we think about these things, for example, the globalization and the increased social complexity have led to an expansion of interdependence, the Rubik cube type structure. If the problem is a jigsaw type puzzle, for example, if you find the appropriate piece of the puzzle, the problem is solved. So that the solution in this case only one. However, the Rubik cube type, if you complete the one side, it causes a different problem in the other side. So that in the Rubik cube type problem, solution is not only one. In this case, dialogue is a very powerful tool. And also we have in the book area, so that in this case, what is happening in the next, we don't know about what is happening next in the next. So that so far we can learn from the past, or we can from the colleague, or something is possible. But in the book area, what is happening in the next is no one knows about it. Yeah. And also the conventional organizational change method, such as leader-driven or process-driven, also have a problem because this method it is difficult to everyone to be convinced and take a long time for methodology to amass organization. And also there's been a shift in decision-making paradigms. For example, the autocratic, this is a leader determine everything. However, we often use the democratic method. This is the majority rule. However, in many cases, we need to respect the minority rules. So that the majority rule, democratic method is not perfect always. So there's another method. That one is the collaborative method, where everyone proactively agree and reaches to the consensus. To realize this method, we need a dialogue. Yeah. Nowadays, we often use the method terminology dialogue, but do you know the meaning of dialogue? Yeah, dialogue and discussion is completely different activity. Yeah. The discussion and debate is purpose of this discussion is to win. Yeah. So the assumption is that there is a correct answer and it's mine. So to be the opponent is the purpose of the dialogue. So that on the other hand, dialogue purpose of dialogue is to find the common ground. So that everyone has good ideas, so bringing them together leads to good solution. So speaking and listening both is important in the dialogue. And when we think of the dialogue, this looks like the chatting. However, this method is different from the social talks. In the social talk, like chatting, in chatting, anything can be said by anyone. Anytime topics can jump. However, in dialogue, focus on theme is necessary. And also that the speaking style is in small talk, assertive speaking is allowed, but in dialogue it is not allowed. And also that the big difference with small talk and dialogue maybe here. Well, it is fine to keep the topics going. Just keep speaking is important in small talk. However, in dialogue, silence is acceptable. Maybe some people speak very slowly. And when we speak new things, it takes time. But it takes silence is very important point of dialogue. And then how to introduce a dialogue, and dialogue is a mechanism, has a mechanism, and this is a typical mechanism of dialogue. And for the dialogue, the safe space is required. This safe space is defined as a container that won't break even with conflict. So to realize this safe space, detaching from one's position, separating personal from idea is important. And to realize this situation, establishing the ground rule is very important. And for example, when I have a workshop, I often make this kind of ground rule. Yeah. This kind of ground rule is very important for to make a safe space. And so that in the dialogue, the facilitator's most important job is to make this safe space and hold it during the workshop. This is the most important point of the facilitator. And also the participant requires this kind of stance, open listening and open speaking. And open speaking is speaking frankly what you think. And so, and also not speaking assertively is very important. And some people speak very quickly and many things. However, you need to choose a word. This is very important, and slow down and speak slowly is very important. And open listening is also important. And so, and this is it. Listening for the shared meaning that is emerging in the space. Listening, including this kind of self-reflection required. So that if you have a dialogue, if the one person speaks so much in not a good situation, and maybe the speaking and listening should be a 50-50 in the good dialogue. And then we can have a dialogue through this kind of process. And in the dialogue, there is 4 stages. And this is mentioned by Oshama, and there is a 4 stages of the conversation. And here, social media talking nice is when we meet someone in the morning, you will say good morning and how are you? This is social talking nice. And talking tough is like a debate. And if you hear about the constant different opinion from you, maybe the situation becomes competitive. But so that it causes some kind of conflict. But if you accept this conflict by self-reflection, you can lead to the reflective dialogue. And this is a dialogue. And also, this Sharma model mentions that there is another stage in the dialogue. That is called the negative dialogue. And I want to explain about it using the different figures here. And here there is a circle. The circle is you, including your prejudice or assumption or your personality or character. And also, the black dot means that your viewpoint. And when we talking about in the level one, here is it's just reading or something, corresponded reading or something. When in the case you speak just from just paying attention, you don't think so much about hello or something, how you use this level. And in this level two, you're going to shift to the edge of the circle and side of the circle, but still the graphically this circle inside of you. But in this stage, you see something different thing is happening out of you. I'm seeing. However, the viewpoint is still in you, so that this is the level of the conflict and it's like a stage of the debate. And when we shift your viewpoint from outside of you, it means that you will see yourself from outside. Then you can see the reflective viewpoint. Self-reflection is occurred here, and the conversation becomes very deep. And this level is the best dialogue level. And in the fourth stage, it says that if you maybe that when you see that this outside of you, there is maybe you have some kind of assumption or prejudice generally. However, it is not so important. If you really understand that it is not really important, then you and the other, there is no border. There is no border. And then in this case, some kind of new stage has appeared, and how to say, and so in this stage, something new stage, and what you should do has appears naturally. It says that this is the presencing stage. It called presencing in the theory U. And here is a very difficult. Maybe this is until the level 3, everyone can reach to easily if you introduce a dialogue. However, level 4 is rarely, it is rare to reach to the level 4. In my life, I reached to the level 4 in only one time. Yeah, in the conversation. Yeah, but it is very difficult. And then, and then our strategy is to introduce our PPA plus. I introduce a full system approach based on the dialogue through the workshop for personnel as a faculty development activity. And this first workshop was held in maybe 2020, and at that time, was just the time of the COVID-19, so that we need to limit the number of teachers. So that only 10 teachers joined this workshop. And after that, this teacher introduced a know-how of system approach in classes, or they introduced this method in class, and also the meeting in the members. And so that, and also these members introduced this method in many places in our colleges. And this workshop is totally 3 days activity and 2 days. Each of 2 days we have this kind of contents, and afterwards we have the reflection session for 1 month. And 10 teachers from different backgrounds has joined this workshop. And I organized this workshop at that time. And I point of focus was like this. I introduced experimental activities, and lecture was kept to minimum. Try to do a new method and just feel something is important. And so that also we minimize any conceived element to respect the participants' autonomy. So that in this workshop, I don't use you should do or something. Yeah. And also that in some works, working theme is proposed by the participant. And in this time, topics in the work were not restricted to the facilitation or education. So that the topics you want to discuss here, anything is okay in this workshop. Yeah. Then this is the and we have several activity in this workshop, and maybe this kind of method is very famous World Cafe or open space technology, so that you can check this kind of information on the web. So that here I a little bit to explain about only a few methods. And the check-in and the check-out is held is we will do a check-in check-out every time, every morning and at the end of the activity. And this method is participant without a permit predetermined order briefly talk about their current state of mind. And the important point is no question or comment allowed. And point is here, rather than applauding. This method. So that the participants are expected to listen carefully and engage in self-reflection on the meaning of what has been shared. Now, yeah, this is very important to summarize the activity. And also the open space technology. I want to tell you about the open space technology. This is a method aimed to in order to turn the vision of the future into reality. Discussion will address preferred topics, common concerns, and initiatives to be undertaken. And in this method, at first, participants are invited to suggest things they wish to discuss. Yeah. And participants engage in discussion on several topics suggested by the group. So any topic is okay. Each participant is free to join a discussion on the theme of personal interest. Yeah. So if the chosen theme is not what they expected, or if they feel they cannot make a meaningful contribution, they are encouraged to move freely to another place. So that if you have not interested in my talk, you can move into the next room. That's something. Okay. And also that here is a very important interesting point of this method. None of the themes appeal to them. They may also choose not to participate. Yes, so everything is dependent on the participant's autonomy. So that the facilitator don't control anything. So that this method is very powerful. Yeah. It depends on the independence and autonomy and something. And actually, we talking about the OST meeting in the past week like this. Yeah. Work-life balance and something like that. And this one is also. Yeah. Really, we're talking about this. Yeah. But it was so fun. Interesting discussion, conversation at the time. And after this workshop, we have good feedback from teacher. And also that after this workshop, I strongly feel things I strongly feel is that we could see we can see the many smile in the workshops. Actually, the Japanese people not so smile so much. But we can see the smile in the workshop and after the workshop. So it means that maybe the teacher's thinking become very positive. Yeah, so they have a good willingness, and so that And so that what kind of change that occurred after this workshop is communication among teachers become drastically become improved, become good. And so that some kind of meeting is become very smooth. And also we introduce a know-how of this method in the class, develop class, and also that the relationship among teachers and students are drastically improved. Often students directly say the complain, student complain about contents to the teacher. And then our evaluation by student become improved now. Yes. And also very big different changes over here. In Japan, the student call the teacher the teacher. Teacher means sensei. It means teacher. However, now some teacher recommend to call the teacher as nani-san. San is a suffix for to avoid emphasizing the hierarchy. So that this means that equal relationship. So that the teacher suggested use a san is a big change in our colleges. So, it's a conclusion and summary, and when we introduce dialogue-based communication in the for the improvement of the facilitation skill. And now we are trying to include more stakeholder for the improvement of our classes. For example, we try to include the industry and also local government. So, my talk is that's all. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Professor Ohnishi. Thank you very much for your presentation. Now, we have 25 minutes for question and answer and discussion before the session ends. Please raise your hand if you have any burning question. That's a really interesting presentation from Professor Ohnishi. Please.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Can I call you Ohnishi-san as well? Yeah. Thank you for the presentation. And sorry for coming late because of the breakfast session. So from what I take from the session is that you would like to encourage more closer relationship with students and also teacher, so that students are not too shy to ask the teacher or even like complain when they have some question or suggestion to the teacher. So you conduct the workshop to improve closeness. My first question is the workshop. I mean, does it only like in the beginning of the semester, or like you conduct it like monthly on monthly basis? That's the first question. And the second one, as you mentioned in one of your slide, you say that the students are what do you say? You have a hierarchical relationship with the teacher, right? So how do you quote unquote unlock that mindset so that the student and also the teacher are willing to join? Because you like you mentioned, it is depend the participation is depend on the participant itself. You can decide whether you want to join or not join. So I believe perhaps at the initial stage there will be some challenge to invite them to join. Would you please share with us about that? Thank you very much.
First question, ordinarily we have once a year in a year. However, it depends on the leader or the faculty development team. Basically, we have once a year. And about the second question, actually, we have a same program that we invite the many. We want to invite many teachers to the workshop, but some teachers don't want to join. It always happens. Yeah. they say that basically many teacher maybe many some teacher feel some fear about to change. Yeah. So that just things to do is just repeat continuously have a workshop. And then such a teacher feel something happened in our crisis and what is that? Then they have some kind of interest about the workshop and will be friends. So that continuously have a workshop is very important, I think.
Thank you very much. Any other burning question? Or as Pak Simo say, million question. Okay, please.
Okay. Hello, sir. Thank you for the inspiring sharing that you have to us, and then thank you that we can differentiate between discussion and also dialogue. It's really inspiring anyway. And here I'm wondering, as the facilitator, you say that the participants are free to choose the themes, right? So, as the facilitator, what if there is no participant who chooses the theme that you have prepared? So, how do you cope with it? As the facilitator of the workshop, you provide a lot of themes, right? And then the participants are free to choose the theme. And then, as the facilitator, what if there is no participant who wants to join, to pick the theme that you have provided? So how do you cope with it?
That is a very important. It is very difficult to speak English, but I try it. It's maybe can be occurred, but no participants. Yes. That's cases say talking about people that propose such a theme and talk with her. And in such case say that how to say maybe there is a possibility that this theme is to today's participant. But some people may be interested in this topic so that you don't worry about it or something. So some kind of recovery is important in that is only the role in this, for example, the OSP, open space technology.
Based on your experience, so there must be like participants or some participants chose certain topics or themes, right?
Yeah, basically choose something.
Okay.
But it is not enforced.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other? Okay, please.
Thank you. Ohnishi sensei. Again. I just remember sensei actually. That's why I call him sensei. Okay. You applied the whole. Actually, my name is Thuy from University of Riau, Indonesia. I've just realized that in your method you use whole system approach with dialogue, right? Previously you mentioned in your talk that there is a gap. There is the achievement for the student is this is quite low, but 30.55, right? So you want to improve, so you develop a new method, new approachment by using the whole system approach with dialogue. So how did you and your team see by applying this method improve the development of engagement from the student and also teacher? That's all. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry, first of all, I need to change the mic. The request from the team.
And before I joined this classes, maybe there is no philosophy and no policy in the classes. So that they are doing something, but typically, for example, that because for example, that before that this part you are charged of this part. And you are this part of something. Many things that going independently. So that total there is no policy in the lecture. However, after the workshop, the teacher can have a very frequent conversation, and they can think about we can join this program, and we can have this point, and this program and this program can collaborate something, and so that the total content can be improved. And therefore, to cause this kind of changes, the communication is very important. For it purpose, dialogue is very useful. And in our case, it worked well.
How much or how long it will take to improve by doing this communication?
Yeah. Teacher and the student was rather easy. Among teacher is more difficult, I think. Yeah. Student is most of the student is very honest and have the enthusiasm to learn new things. However, teacher speak doesn't speak honestly, and say something that I'm busy and I have no time or something. So the difficult, but year by year.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the question and answer. So that it is some ongoing process, I think. Long process. Any other question?
Sorry, my English is not so good, so that if you have a question, you can ask me individually after.
Okay. Of course.
It makes a more good communication.
Yeah. Let's implement when this is just presented. Please.
Thank you, Ohnishi-san. So the teachers or the students are recommended to call the teachers by son, but are the teachers recommended to call the students by son?
Yes. Yeah. That is very important. But we call the student as a son. The equal relationship is important. Actually, that in the class, the teacher evaluates score or something. You are held to this class or something. And so in that sense, the teacher is superior to the student. However, the daily communication, there is no difference. It's not required such kind of difference. For-level communication is very important, I think.
Thank you very much. For some edition, in Indonesia we also have like somehow some hierarchical that our student must call us Pak, like Mr. or something. But I don't know if we have much courage to to change that because it will be not politically correct. Some
One thing I didn't mention about the point I mentioned that I spent time in the Tsuruoka University of Applied Sciences in 2017. Do you know the Yuha Kontinuum? you have Konju-san. He's a leader of the CDIO. Yeah. And in the two classes of life students called teacher in first name. Yeah. So many things are going well. The student and teachers can speak frankly. And I'm very impressed with such a situation. But how to say that in the hierarchical relationship, the student is basically for the teacher's guidance. However, in class, through university of license, students say many complaints to the teacher. And many things doesn't going well. But going totally the college is going very well. What to say?
Thank you very much. Also for this episode, I will just add because I relate so much with this topic because in our polytechnic also the biggest problem when we switching to more active learning method or project based or something is switching the role of lecture from lecturing to facilitating. When we are having some kind of like really big workshop, the point is somehow missing out with the lecture. So like you say, some of them just not showing up, some of them just showing up because of the mandatory letter written is okay. It's mandatory. I will just check. Okay, done. I've done. It's okay. Something like that. But maybe with some of your approach really excite me like you differentiate what is discussion, what is dialogue, how to we approach student having different impact on their learning, even affected their result of learning some hard topic like physics and mathematics. I think maybe that what this the insight will be really useful for us to maybe implement in the next term to just involve the teacher with this method. Any other or other participant? Okay, or we will close this session like we will be moved into the auditorium. And also, like Ohnishi-san just said, if you have any other inquiry that you just think later on, we just ask him personally and contact him. He will be really happy to answer your question. Thank you very much. And for information from the committee, we will after this we will go to the auditorium to have tea break and snack, and then we will continue to roundtable session at the auditorium, the last room that we are going to. Thank you very much for this session. Meet you again at the auditorium. Thank you. Good afternoon.